Welcome. Come into seated in a comfortable position. Again, you can get a bolster or a block or something to sit on if you want, a blanket if you need, whatever will make you comfortable for this class. Welcome to your Beginners to Intermediate Pranayama class. My name is Katie and I'm going to be here working through the class with you. Today we're going to be appreciating the breath both as this fiery fuel of the body and also as the calming water of the body. So we're going to be recognizing that the breath can energize and uplift you, and it can also relax and calm you. So you're going to have some practices that you're doing today that you can take away with you, hopefully, to use in the future if you feel that you want to energize or relax. So first of all, let's come into and start with our full yogic breath. Now, if you feel dizzy or uncomfortable or unwell in any way during this full yogic breath, please do return to your normal breathing pattern, and please immediately raise your hand just to let me know that you feel like this. No problem whatsoever. And you can also please return to this full yogic breath at any time during the other pranayamas if you do feel uncomfortable in any way. All right? So this full yogic breath actually helps to correct the unhealthy breathing patterns that we've all learned through our lives or picked up gradually. I think most of us have picked them up, so you can see if you have. So what we're first going to do, one of the ways that people have picked up an unhealthy breathing pattern is that when we inhale, we tend to stuck our stomachs in, and this is wrong because we're bringing this air into our body, but we're not giving it anywhere to go. And what it's doing is we've pulled our belly in, and now we're forcing all the air into our shoulders and into our chest, and so we're getting all constricted. Our shoulders are rising, we're getting all constricted. This is not the idea, okay? The idea with the full yogic breath is that as we inhale, the belly goes out. We give the air somewhere to go. And as we exhale, the belly goes in, okay? So this is the full yogic breath is diaphragmatic breathing. So it's actually using your diaphragm in the right and proper way. And we're training ourselves back to the true use of the diaphragm and the true value of breathing. So what we're going to do is, as we inhale, you can keep your hands in Jhana Mudra if you like, so thumb and forefinger together on your knees, or Chin Mudra, which is the other way up, whichever suits you. And we are going to take a breath in with a straight spine. We're going to take a breath in through our nose, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Just feeling your belly expand on the inhale and contract back in on the exhale. Let's keep practicing this for the next 2 minutes and have a look at the peace it generates. It will generate this extreme sense of peace in you. So you can keep a soft eye gaze or you can close your eyes, and we'll be practicing a full yogic breath for the next 2 minutes. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Continue. So, coming back from your full yogic breath, how do you feel? Do you feel relaxed, calm, at peace? Remember, you can always return to this full yogic breath at any time during the class. If any of the other pranayamas are not sitting well with you, or something is not going well, raise your hand so I can see if you want, or just return to a full yogic breath if you have one of the contraindications that I'll list. So let's move on to our next breath, and this is another yogic base practice breath. This is Ujjayi breath, also known as victorious breath. Ujjayi actually means victorious. And we also know this commonly as ocean breath because of the sound it makes. So for our ocean breath, for our Ujjayi breath, we're going to be creating slight restriction in the back of our throats. So we can practice this first with our mouth open. So let's open our mouths and focus not on the nose but on the throat, and that creating that restriction at the back of the throat. Remember, don't force anything and don't become uncomfortable. But we're trying to focus on the idea of breathing as if through a restriction or as if through a straw. So you're just tightening those throat muscles slightly to restrict the amount of air that's allowed through. So that constriction will then give you the sound. You may not be able to hear other people, you may not be able to hear you, but you should be able to hear yourself. Other people may not be able to hear you. Okay? Let's try now. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Can everybody feel the restriction? Okay, and now what we can do is we can move to practicing the same but with our mouth closed. So you can also lower your chin if you want to increase the ease of the restriction, but mouth closed this time and breathing through our nose, you'll still be able to feel that restriction. You're not creating it in your nose, you're creating it in your throat the same way, okay? So in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. So now what we're going to do is we're going to continue with 2 minutes of Ujjayi breath. We're going to practice and see how this soothes our nervous system, how it allows to lengthen the breath in the body. And we can actually use this and repeat this Ujjayi breath technique throughout any yoga practice you do, so it's a great one to know. Okay, so practicing Ujjayi for 2 minutes. You can close your eyes if you wish, or keep a soft eye gaze. Your hands can be in Jan Mudra again, on your knees. So here we go. Let's begin our Ujjayi breathing for 2 minutes. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. And continue. So, coming out of your Ujjayi breathing, just breathing normally and observing how you feel. Next, we're going to move on to a more activating breath. Bastrika is a slightly more intermediate to advanced technique, and this is essentially using your lungs as a bellows to activate your energy and generate a kind of useful energy for your body. So Bastrika actually means bellows in Sanskrit. So that's what we're doing, that's where we're using our body. This can increase the digestive fire, it can boost your metabolism, it can strengthen your immune system, and it can actually release negative thoughts. It also improves your awareness and it can improve your deep focus. However, it does have a couple of contraindications. So it's contraindicated in cases of high blood pressure, pregnancy, heart disease, epilepsy, hernia, gastric ulcer, or within 6 months of any kind of abdominal surgery. You shouldn't be doing this. So please, if any of these do apply to you, can you choose instead to perform a full yogic breath for the time that we're doing this? So first of all, for our Bastrika, come up onto your knees. So you can be on your pillow still if you wish, or you can just be on your knees. So come up onto your knees and you can sit back on your heels. Put your hands up on your ribs and inhale, expand the belly. Exhale, the ribs go in, the belly goes in. Yeah, we curl forward slightly, okay? So let's repeat this times 20. So we're going to go inhale through our nose, exhale through our nose, okay? Inhale and exhale through our nose. But we're actually going to feel our belly and our ribs expanding, sorry, and we're going to bend forward slightly on the exhale and back slightly on the inhale. All right, so let's do this 20 times. Okay, so if you do feel dizzy at all during this process, you can just stop and come forwards into a child's pose, into a nice child's pose to give yourself a relax, okay? So observe how you feel as it goes on, and let's try. Okay, so inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try to speed it up a little bit. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, and continue for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How do you feel? Do you feel activated? Let's try again, but instead this time we're going to add some arm movements. So we're actually going to raise our arms on the inhale and lower them on the exhale. So raise them, hands open, lower them, fists closed on the exhale. And this is going to help our lungs and our ribs to open even more, to allow even more air in and to help the air be pushed out. Okay? Let's do this for 20 breaths, in and out through your nose. There we go. And coming down into a child's pose. How do you feel? Breathing normally, how do you feel? Okay. Do you feel energized? You can stay in your child's pose, you can come back up. But how do you feel? Is everybody okay? Yes. Okay. So that's an activating breath. Bastrika is an activating breath. And sorry, this is sweaty nose, it's quite humid here today. So it's an activating breath, and it has an interesting effect as well. So if you can use this, you can use Bhastrika breathing actually after you've encountered a traumatic fight or flight situation. So this kind of response that can be triggered in you, and it can actually, in today's society, we can trigger these fight or flight responses in situations where we don't really want to fight or flee. So for example, you could be working at home and a work email comes in that triggers you and triggers your fight or flight response, but you don't really want to fight it or flee from it. You actually really just want to process it and come from a calm, centered place to work with it. So Bhastrika breathing can actually help to reoxygenate your body, and it can help you to balance yourself and have that awareness and that focus then to respond in the manner you choose. So it's interesting that this Bhastrika breathing can actually be quite useful in our modern society, where a trauma can be an incoming email, which we don't want to fight or flee from, instead of, historically, that same reaction would have been triggered by, say, a tiger, which of course we would want to flee from. So we're dealing with these same responses in our body that we have done for many, many hundreds and thousands of years, but we're dealing with them in a modern society. So Bhastrika breathing can help with that. Okay, so after our Bhastrika breathing, we're going to try a cooling breath. Now this cooling breath, Sikari, this breath actually you will see done in many, many hot countries in the middle of the day. It's actually a very natural way to cool your breath. So we're going to breathe in and out through our teeth. In through our teeth, sorry, and out through our nose. So we're going to breathe in through our teeth as we smile, and out through our nose. Okay? And when this breath does have contraindications, so some of the contraindications of this breath are if you actually have low energy levels anyway, this is contraindicated. So please don't do this breath if you have low energy levels or any I'm sorry, I just want to check for the contraindication because I don't want to give you the wrong one. So this specific breath is if you've don't do it if you've got any asthma or lung issues, generally low energy or any constipation. So we're lowering our fire here. So we don't really want to do this if we've already got some kind of low fire issue going on in our body. All right. So if you have one of those contraindications, just please perform the full yogic breath. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to smile and close our mouth and breathe in through our teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out through our nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try a few breaths of this. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Can you feel how the breath, as it comes in past your teeth, as it hits the back of your throat, it's actually a lot cooler. So you can see how this cooling breath really works. So returning to your normal breathing, how do you feel? Do you feel a little cooler? Okay, great. Well, let's come forwards, come back to seated position for our next breath. So our next breath is we're going to go within, we're going to center ourselves within with our Nadi Shodhana. So coming into a seated position, we're going to calm our mind, and we're going to do the Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. So this technique's great for a calm mind. It's great for clearing any blocked energy channels. It's great for actually clearing your nose as well. If anybody needs tissue, we've got it. Please feel free. And it releases any kind of blocked tension or fatigue. It boosts the immune system. It's very good for people with high blood pressure, but please note that this shouldn't be practiced. Nadi Shodhana shouldn't be practiced if you have a migraine, hypertension, any kind of infection, or you've just eaten. So if any of those are true, then please do instead the full yogic breath for the duration of the Nadi Shodhana element of this class. So for Nadi Shodhana, we're going to be seated and anywhere that's comfortable for you, and we're going to have a straight spine. It's very important because it opens all our channels. Keeping a good posture and shape and straight spine actually opens all our channels, and Nadi Shodhana is trying to clear out and motivate and move any blockages in our channels and release them, okay? So we'll then use our right hand to hold our noses, but please note that I will be mirroring you. So I will be using my left hand is here instead of my right hand. You use your right hand, and you can actually hold your left hand in Jan Mudra, okay? So I'll be mirroring you, so yeah, there you go, fantastic. Okay, so, and the mudra we're going to be using actually to hold our nose is we're going to be using our thumb and third finger. So we have our thumb and third finger there. We're going to use our thumb to hold the one side and our third finger to hold the other side. Please don't push in. Please just drop, to hold your nose, drop down from the bone on either or both sides, okay? Your middle two fingers, they can either be up on your third eye, up on your forehead if you want while you do this, or you can curl them into your palm. I'm going to keep mine curled into my palm so that you can actually see my face and I can see you, okay? So let's practice, and I'm going to show you with my other hand what the breath is doing. So first of all, you can close the right side, your right nostril, and you can inhale through your left. In, 2, 3, 4, close both, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Open with your thumb and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now leave your thumb open and inhale through your right side, your right nostril, 2, 3, 4. Close both and hold at the top. Open your third finger and exhale from that side, 2, 3, 4. So let's practice this a few times. So in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Very good. So let's practice this a few rounds of this, and we'll convert it to a box breathing. Okay, so we're going to convert it to a box breathing, and then we're going to practice for a few rounds. So first of all, we've got in, so through the side with your thumb. So in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold out, 2, 3, 4. Let's continue with this for 2 minutes of Nadi Shodhana. You can close your eyes, or you can hold a relaxed eye gaze. Continue. So, coming back now from our Nadi Shodhana, how do you feel? Okay, for our last breathing technique, we're going to lay down on our backs for belly breathing. So for our belly breathing, we'll just lay on our backs, and you're going to place your limbs extended, and you can place your hands on your belly, and as you inhale, belly rises. Inhale through your nose, belly rises. Exhale through your nose, belly sinks. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, belly rises. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, belly sinks. We're just going to be here for 1 minute. Come back now from your belly breathing. How do you feel? Belly breathing is wonderful for relaxation and to integrate the nutrients of your practice. Hopefully you can feel that integration happening. It also increases your blood supply, and which helps your muscles, your bone, the other cells of your body to regenerate and supports their growth and healing. It's a fantastic one to do. Come, please return to seated, and let's all meet in a seated position with hands Anjali Mudra at the heart. To give thanks for coming here today. Thank you very much for joining the practice. We'll finish in this full yogic breath as we stay seated. And we will be thanking our body and our hearts for joining here today, for the good of our own practice, for the good of our community, and for the good of raising the vibration of the world as a whole. Let's end with Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om being the sound of creation itself, and Shanti being in peace. So, as our full yogic breath connects us with creation and connects us with the world, and guides us on our path to peace, and to be the peace we want to see in the world. So close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and a full breath out. Now inhale for Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you for joining today. You can rub your hands together and place them on your eyes, and then sweep that energy over your head, down the back of your neck, down your body, all the way down. Thank you for joining. Namaste.